So, I have now seen Season 1, Episode 7 of Unicorn Warriors Eternal. And again, I feel like this was another by-the-books episode. This is the second part to the Fixing Copernicus saga. They have now entered EDRED's homeland to get the heart to fix Copernicus with. Oh, but it turns out he was an heir to the throne who left beforehand. And you know what that reminds me of? Teen Titans. Now, this story has been told throughout a lot of media, but Teen Titans is the first thing that I thought of, and I thought it was a pretty good comparison to make. Because in Teen Titans, when they went to Starfire's homeland, it turned out she was betrothed. She was supposed to be married to somebody and become like the new princess or queen or whatever, but she left. The same thing can be said for EDRED. He was betrothed, but he's like, no, I got a real love, and she's a bad bitch. So he hauled ass. But now returning to his homeland, he sees their worlds arrayed. They're at war with each other. The Northerners versus the Easterners. I don't know why they didn't just say the Southerners, because North and East is just a weird split. You know, you're splitting it diagonally. It's kind of weird. And his brother is a member of the Northerners. They were captured at first as prisoners, and then when they went into the prisons, OMG, Merlin's in there for some reason. He said it's been captured in there since they first took out the evil. And Merlin did also shed some light on some things that I was a bit confused about when it pertained to Melinda's mother. So that scene that I keep playing when I refer to Melinda's mom, that was her trying to take Melinda's power away from her, and in doing so, the power consumed her. It made her become the evil that they keep fighting, I think. I think that's what they're trying to tell us now. Now my only question is, how does the power keep returning? Does someone else keep getting consumed? Does she also have this eternal thing and that keeps getting into a new host every time? How does this evil continue to return throughout all of time? I'd really like to know. Maybe they actually said it in the first episode and I just missed it. But there was a great character moment right after this where Emma was talking to Melinda and she keeps trying to tell her, hey, we gotta talk about this. You gotta talk about this with Merlin. And Melinda's like, no, I can't. No. And she finally does. And Emma also talks to Merlin, and this is just a great bit of character development for everybody. I love character writing. Merlin low-key blamed Melinda for not being able to control her powers as a child, but Emma's like, you're a great wizard, Merlin. How come you couldn't do it? He said, I can't do that. It's a power that I can't control. I can't do it. And she was like, you're the greatest wizard of all time. If you can't control it, how can a small child control it? And he's like, dog, I never thought about that before. And he's just like, dog, I'm sorry, Melinda. I should have thought better, you know? And that's all it took for him to open his eyes and realize, like, dog, why didn't I think about this sooner? Melinda's my daughter. I should be teaching her this stuff. I should have tried to help her control her powers rather than just hide them away and let her figure it out on her own. The rest of the episode is pretty by the books. EDRED and Owl Wolf went to retrieve the heart, and in doing so, they ended up fighting some skeletons and this necromancer, and Merlin and everybody else ended up teleporting over there once they escaped the prison, and they successfully retrieved the heart. It looks like EDRED is now staying there in this world. They even took the soul out of the old body and put it back into his original body. But it turns out they put Elwolf's body in there. Oh, they fake Elwolf's death. They say he sacrificed himself for the hearts, but in reality, they put his soul into EDRED's original body, so he can now become the ruler of his world. That's sick. That's really sick. I hope he doesn't hold a grudge against EDRED after all of this, because Jesus Christ, he doesn't need to hold a grudge against EDRED. But yeah, I think that's pretty sick. I was trying to figure out how they were going to get around it because I wasn't really sure. I thought EDRED was just going to be leaving them. I genuinely thought that. And I thought it would have been interesting to have this person with us for 7 whole episodes and just to take him away. And now they're down to Melinda and Song. And that's about it, because Copernicus can't do anything and Merlin's not staying with them. It would have been for a weird dynamic, but I would have been totally down with that. But yeah, with that being said, what are your opinions on Season 1, Episode 7 of Unicorn Warriors Eternal? Let me know in the comments down below. I really liked this episode. I thought it was fine. There was nothing to really get super hyped about like previous episodes. It's kind of was continuing the opinions I felt towards the last episode. With current standards of how seasons are normally placed, there's normally only about 10 episodes each season. I'm curious if this is going to start trying to wrap up sometime soon, because now there's only a handful of episodes left until we reach the 10 mark. Are we going to start seeing this season wrap up? I don't think the evil's going to be defeated at the end of the season, because I don't see the end coming that soon, but I could be wrong. You know, Merlin's gone to see where the evil is so they can go after it, so who knows? Honestly, who knows? But with that being said, I'll see each and every one of you around next time. Okay. Goodbye.